Oh, hello everyone. It's Susie here, Crypto Granny. Let's have a quick look at the crypto market after the Fed cut interest rates. They cut them by 25 basis points to a targeted Fed rate range of 4% to 4.25%. And the expectation is this year another two rate cuts and then a further couple of rate cuts next year to bring the Fed's funds rate down to 3% as a targeted cash rate. And that is ultra bullish for the crypto market. All the blocks are in place now for a mega crypto currency rally. I agree with that. Also, you had Brian Armstrong out there from Coinbase saying the market is mega bullish, that everything's in place for a really large crypto rally. And I believe that the wealth is in about holding good crypto, okay, for a period of at least minimum 2 to 5 years. And that's what we do when we run our investment portfolios. Investment portfolio number 7, we're expecting a return of 10 times. And that's how you accumulate wealth over the long period. I mean, trading, you've got to trade the right coin, and it's really a hard game. The thing is portfolio management, which is a different trading type of management. It's more about taking a bigger view of where this crypto market is going and invest in the right coins that are crypto investment AAA as well, anything ranging from 8 out of 10 to 9 or 10 out of 10. So that's what we pretty much do. So let's look at the cryptocurrency market according to Live Coin Watch. Market cap is over 4 trillion at the moment, still very cheap in the scheme of things when we compare it to other asset classes. 24 trading volume, 24-hour trading volume was nearly 178 bill. Liquidity is pretty much an all-time high at nearly 13 bill. It looks pretty good to me, and I think any dips in this market is going to be very well supported. Bitcoin before the Fed cut rates was 115,000 to 116,000 odd. It's bounced 1.27. It's currently at 117,719. Ethereum's at 4,611. XRP is at 312. And I think other coins are going to perform better than XRP because it has had a mega rally in the last sort of 3 months or so. Binance went through $1,000 per unit. And if you looked at my previous video, the ICO for Binance was anything from 10 cents to 15 cents. And you hear people that have made millions of dollars from Binance because they held in 2017 to now at 10, 15 cents, okay? And that's how you accumulate real wealth. Solano's at 247. I have big projections on Solano to get through $1,000 per unit. Dodge, again, looks pretty good, up 5.8%. We are finding more corporate treasuries are buying Dodge. Don't forget Elon Musk is behind Dodge, so that can only be bullish. It looks technically very good as well at 28 cents. ADA is at 0.917885. Tron is at 0.349499. I think that goes higher. I think Link goes much higher than 24.35. It's putting on clients all the time. Avalanche has had a really good run lately. We find in South Korea they're buying more and more Avalanche, and they're buying it more and more in Asia. And it's getting more utility, which is a great story. Bitcoin Cash, again, we were talking about $5.99 the other day, is up 7.5%. And as Bitcoin goes higher, Bitcoin Cash is a cheaper alternative to Bitcoin, okay? It's the second derivation, the second network to Bitcoin. It's faster. In Asia, they use Bitcoin Cash, okay? So there's a lot of utility in Bitcoin Cash. Some of the others we're looking at are Litecoin, which is not doing a lot, but we are finding more corporate treasuries are buying Litecoin. Let me have a glass of water, won't be a sec. I'm dressed up today because it's freezing out in Amsterdam today. We're coming into winter. Oh. And keeping an eye on Crow as well. And also we invest, as I said, in Pepe, which is one of our favourite meme tokens. And we keep an eye on a couple of others like Polygon, I should say, VeChain, Algo, and a few others. So this market looks very good to me. I think it goes much higher. The altcoins, we did look at them technically the other day. and it looks like this market can go a lot higher than where it is. If we look at TradingView, you will see, just taking out all the noise, the market looks very good to me. And if we go to the altcoins, just go into TradingView. If you look at the altcoins, they look very good indeed. This is Binance, looks excellent. Where are those totals there? Total 3. Here we go. So this is what we've got. And if we go to a monthly on this one, total market capitalization for the overall crypto market is 4.1 trillion roughly. We've seen a lot of volume buying. It needs to get through a resistance of 4.13 on the total market cap. If we go to total number 2, without Bitcoin, again, resistance is at 0.173. It's currently at 1.716 trillion. Looks very bullish to me. We're getting a lot of buys here in the altcoins. It has underperformed. It's reaching its previous peak back in 2021. And this thing, you've got a lovely smile here, which means you're going to see a lot more rally in the altcoins, which have actually underperformed Bitcoin, for example. And this is the rally that's going to go much higher, people, much higher indeed. It will break this level roughly at 1.78 trillion, and then we're off to the races. If you look at total 3 on TradingView, again, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, again, it's gone through its 1.14 trillion. Next level is 1.25 trillion. Looks excellent to me, okay? So the lead standout today was Binance. Again, Binance got to over $1,000. Next level is 1.113 in terms of price per unit. It looks extremely bullish to me. This thing could break out big time, okay? And there's no point shorting this market. You've got to be a buy the dip market. Again, if we look at Bitcoin, again, resistance is at 121,797. Could go much higher than that, okay? We look at conflicts, has been a bit of an underperformer, but I think it goes higher in the scheme of things, okay? If we look at Ethereum, let's go quickly to Ethereum. Again, Ethereum could easily get to 5,171 per unit, okay? We go to Link. Again, the technicals look extremely bullish to me. I've got to tell you that. Extremely bullish. I mean, Link has gone through resistance of 25. It's near resistance of 25.56. It needs to break that to go to the next level of 31.51. Also, let's have Pepe. Again, Pepe looks pretty good. Pepe can clearly, in my mind, get to 4.1645. We go to Solano. Again, same story. Solano has got, looks very bullish on the charts, being heavily supported by corporate treasuries that are investing in it and buying it. And that thing can get to 275.35 in the scheme of things. So I'm ultra bullish cryptocurrency. Again, Tron looks exceptionally good, and we've got this huge rally happening here, and this thing's going to break out, I think, very, very quickly. This is just a very strong uptrend, okay, and it's broken through resistance. And the next level of Tron is pretty much 43 cents, okay, and it looks great. If you look at XRP, XRP is hitting resistance right here at 319. It's currently at 312, but it's been supported here, and again, much higher as well. So technically, I believe the crypto market looks extremely good. Plus, the Fed will cut interest rates, and we'll look at some of the news stories for that as well. If we look at the news stories, recently the Fed came out, of course, they cut interest rates. And here are the 5 key takeaways away from Fed's big interest rate decision. Clearly, they cut rates a 0.25%, and now the targeted range of rates is 4.4% to 4.25%. And this is the lowest in nearly 3 years, right? They did signal that the next couple of months or more, there's going to be more rate cuts. Okay, the rate reduction was no surprise. There was, of course, people are worried or concerned about the dot plot of where they expect future interest rates to go, but Fed essentially signaled that they will do 2 cuts more this year and in 2026 and one more in 2027, which essentially brings the Fed funds rate down from 4.25%, 4.25% to 3%. Okay. They're concerned about unemployment. Unemployment is rising. Jobless claims are going up, which means people are actually, not working, and they need to get unemployment benefits. Okay, he said that this is a risk management cut. Chairman of the FOMC, Jeremy Powell, and he said the Fed indicated a rapid pace of cutting this year, with moves at 2 remaining meetings in October and December, and the further reductions basically up until 2028. And I think they will do that, okay? Yes, they've been pressured by Donald Trump, the President of America, but I think they will do more than that. I think the economic situation is quite bad. Coupled with this, you did have Coinbase CEO suggesting the next major crypto bill is a freight train for crypto currency, and I agree with the guy. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said he was never been more bullish about the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act being passed after his time in Washington, D.C. this week. He went on to say that the critical legislation to advance crypto in the US has a good chance of getting done after witnessing strong bipartisan support for the crypto market structure bill this week. The Digital Asset Market Clarity Act seeks to clarify the roles of the Securities Exchange Commission, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and other financial agencies that regulate crypto markets, especially non-stable coins such as tokenized coins. And which means he's very, very bullish, okay? He said, I was in DC the last few days working to get market structure legislation passed for crypto, and this is how we ensure the crypto industry be built here in America, driving innovation and consumers and making sure we never have another Gary Gensler trying to stop crypto markets. And that's a very, very bullish story. And I agree with the guy. I believe crypto will go higher and higher. With that backdrop to that, we've also got, don't forget, Strategy or MicroStrategy still buying crypto, and a lot of it. We've also got Japanese investment firm Metaplant today announced that it has set up new subsidiaries in the US and Japan to expand its Bitcoin income generation business. In addition, the company also bagged the domain Bitcoin JP, an indication that it will spearhead a Bitcoin adoption in Asia. Now, that's huge. These companies keep buying more and more Bitcoin by issuing debt into the market and issuing equity as well. Token fashion brand expands into Bitcoin and AI. Another company looking to buy Bitcoin, okay? They've got shares they're raising in the market, and they're going to buy Bitcoin with that. And that's huge, right? If we go to this coin market cap and we look at Bitcoin treasuries, Strategies also is holding 64% of 979,333, which is about 638,000 units of Bitcoin. We've got Mara Holdings holding 5.17, XXI, Bitcoin Standard Treasury Company holding more Bitcoin. We have Bullish holding Bitcoin, Right Platforms, Metaplant, as I mentioned. Also, we have Trump Media and Technology Group buying Bitcoin, as well as CleanSpark, who are also buying Dodge as well, and Coinbase themselves. Not only that, the exchanges are buying more Bitcoin, and the supply of Bitcoin is getting less and less, okay? So, how can a market go down when when people keep buying Bitcoin? And certainly Michael Saylor is pushing that barrow. He's saying that Bitcoin, in any scheme of things, you buy the dip because Bitcoin is going to go much higher. There's not a lot of Bitcoin on issuance, and the exchanges are running out of Bitcoin. Not only that, we do see Spanish banking powerhouse Santander opens doors to crypto for the public, okay? And they're, as I mentioned the other day, they're basically making trading available right across Europe for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Polygon, and Cardano. And that's a big story in itself, which will give support. We've seen a very good performance out of Avalanche. There's a treasury that's going to buy $1 billion of Avalanche. And again, Avalanche is being well, supported. The price is being fueled by Avalanche Foundation's ambitious plan to raise $1 billion for Avalanche token acquisition, announced on the 11th of September. And this initiative involves establishing 2 digital asset treasury companies, each targeting $500 million in funding. One vehicle is led by Hive Mind Capital with Andy Scaramucci as advisor, while the other operates as a SPAC, a special purpose operational company, backed by Dragonfly Flag. And that's why Avalanche has done so well. Plus, we've got Binance going through $1,000 per unit. And there's a bit of a rumor out there that there may be an ETF on Binance, and also that Changpeng Zhao might come back as the CEO, okay? We do find that other people that are buying Binance are B Strategy, CAA Industries, and Nano Labs, and they're using their corporate treasury money to buy Binance. Now, I think Binance can easily get to 4,500 per unit and overtake Ethereum, okay? Not only that, Binance Chain takes lead in risk-weighted assets, tokenization. Expert sees Binance rallying to 1,300, and I agree with that, okay? Binance Chain combines compliant issues, secondary liquidity, and DeFi, decentralized finance integration, under its one Binance architecture. Tokenization of Circle's USSYC and Matrodox XAUN highlights Binance Chain growing role in institutional and retail markets. I mean, Binance has got 75% of the market. It's huge, right? And they are becoming the top choice for gold, treasuries, and risk-weighted asset tokenization. And that's a super story for those guys. And again, even buying Binance here, I believe you can actually make money out of it. That's what I believe, okay? Binance is set to host events in the Korean Blockchain Week 2025, including the flagship Hanok House event in partnerships with Arkham and Wintermute. And again, it's about the networking, getting more clients on board to buy Binance, right? And again, as I mentioned before, there's rumors out there that there is going to be an exchange-traded fund for Binance, right? Which means that more money is going to come into Binance via the stock market with an exchange-traded fund or an ETF. And that's big news, okay? Also, Chicago Mutual Exchange is adding XRP and Solana options, right? And there's a record 942 million of XRP and 895 million open interest, right? And that basically gives more liquidity and more products that you can invest in for Solana and XRP, and it can only be good for both, right? We've also seen a rally in Bitcoin Cash. Many are targeting on this one, 719. I think you can go there. Don't forget, back 5 years ago, Bitcoin was at about 68,000 and Bitcoin Cash was at 4,500. It's still extremely cheap to where it is. Plus, the Asians in the Asian market use Bitcoin Cash a lot. So at 644, it's still very cheap. It does, in a rally, tend to outperform Bitcoin, and it's a cheap entry into Bitcoin, and that makes sense to me, okay? Absolute sense. So I think it will go higher in the scheme of things. It has underperformed in the last couple of years, but I think it goes a lot higher than where it is. Now, Takeo adopts Chainlink oracles to power data. Layer 2 network Takeo integrates Chainlink data streams to deliver reliable on-chain market data to DeFi and institutions. Excuse me. Ethereum Layer 2 project Takeo has named Chainlink data streams as its official Oracle infrastructure, introducing sub-second tamper-proof market data across its roll-up network. And that's a great client for Chainlink, and they have to pay Chainlink to use their technology. Chainlink oracles, which have already secured more than 100 billion in decentralized finance activity, have facilitated over 25 trillion in transactions. By by embedding Chainlink's infrastructure into its ecosystem, Takeo aims to give developers access to liquidity, weighted bid-ask spreads, flexibility reporting, schemas, and institutional grade market data. Great story for Chainlink. As I mentioned the other day, Chainlink surges on a Saudi banking partnership fuels banking momentum, okay? And they're getting more and more clients with implementing cross-chain interoperability protocol, Chainlink Runtime Environment, CRE. The partnerships align with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 initiative and represent significant institutional adoption in the Middle Eastern banking sector. Now, I believe Chainlink is too cheap, people. It should be up where Solana is or higher. It's too cheap for the client base it's bringing in and for the fees that it's getting in, right? For people to use its technology, right? Now, Dodge is interesting. Dodge has really performed lately. It has been going up in the last sort of week, up 10 to 15%. It does have an unlock of something like 96.5 million Dodge. We do hear that some corporate treasuries are buying Dodge at the moment, which is very, very bullish for Dodge, right? They do have a scheduled for linear unlocks this week, something like 96.5 million. But, they've held their value quite well and still going higher. If we look at Dodge, it's up 6.6% today, and it's done quite well, I have to say, even though there's been a lot of selling. Trump Jr. linked thumbs up media adds 7.5 million Dodge to Treasury. So not only that, you've got the Trump family buying Dodge, okay, and that's huge, right? And that's going to be very supportive of Dodge. There was a story out, Reconflicts launches EAG ST initiative on decentralized platform DForce. We do look at Conflicts. We've had a small investment in Conflicts. This one is basically owned in China, and it's very, very well traded in China. They're strategically expanding in DeFi, but it's also regulated in China. It's one of the only network that the Chinese will accept as a standard regulatory cryptocurrency mainnet and network, okay, just like VeChain. So that's great. Solana Data Insight apps revenue hit 193.5 million August, up 126% year on year, which effectively shows you how much Solana is being used for dApps. Now, we saw the other day that on Solana's network, 83 million tokens were actually initiated, which is amazing, right? They literally control the tokenization of new tokens, right? And if we have a look at the chart, Solana is there earning more revenue than Ethereum. And that's a great story for those guys as well. Terrific story. Many analysts predict that Pepe, one of our favorite memes, could go up 78%. And I believe that too. You've got a descending wedge here that looks technically very good. Thank you, Ali Charts, for that. Looks excellent. And I think this goes much higher. And that's one of our favorite memes because it sits on Ethereum as the main token, right? Vivo Power to load up on XRP at 65% 65% discount. VO Power International, a Nasdaq listed B company, now pivoting to an eccentric XRP central treasury, and said on September the 16th, it has structured its mining and treasury operations so it inquire that the coin at up to a 65% discount. A very, very good story indeed. Also, Upload came out and they said they hold a massive 1.59 billion of XRP, and that's basically held by their clients, okay? Ripple partners DBS, Deutsche Bank, and Franklin Templeton to launch trading and lending backed by RLUSD. Bitcoin Ripple partners with DBS and Franklin Templeton to launch trading and lending powered by RLUSD and tokenized money market funds. Great story for Ripple, and it means basically more utility for Ripple. And as I mentioned, there's going to be options launched for XRP and Solana futures. Also, don't forget the XRP for Ripple is due today to trade, and we're just waiting for that. It's going to be under the ticker XRPRR, and we just have to see on the NASDAQ where that trades. It's Rex Osprey. Again, there's nothing on the ticker site for that at this stage, but we just have to wait and see how that trades. We'll keep an eye on that, and that's also very good for XRP. That's supposed to come out today, the 18th September, to know more about that. But look, you know, all the news stories are ultra bullish, people, ultra bullish, right? And I can only suggest, in my mind, the crypto market's going to go higher and higher. I think the dips need to be bought, and particular coins specifically. And we only invest in AAA grade rated coins, 9 out of 10. And, you know, we manage portfolios and that sort of thing. If you want to contact me, please contact me on my WhatsApp, it's on my YouTube, and, you know, we set up proper portfolios. But either way, this market looks very good to me, and I think it goes much higher than where it is, and I'm ultra, ultra bullish cryptocurrency. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you.